Hi, Marissa. This is Shameen, and I wanted to respond to your discussion board post about um, Jay and his situation. So I do believe that the way you would have handled, or you think the way that Jay's case should be handled, is pretty on point. You definitely you mentioned that it's important to note Jay's concerns are valid, and also the role of the counselor is to hear the client and validate their concerns in the present. So that's definitely important because we do want, the client to know that whatever their presenting problem is definitely valid, because it's their presenting problem. And so we as counselors definitely have to show empathy and compassion, as you well know, um, to the people that we counsel. So I definitely agree with you regarding that. And you also mentioned that as it relates to the church environment, that Jay's situation is, um, you know, it's all too common. And you also said that oftentimes, people get ignored or inadvertently, which means not on purpose, marginalized, especially when there's little to no benefit to the church, which is unfortunate. Um, yes, some churches are not really concerned about the people, but pretty much, what they can gain, which obviously it shouldn't be that way. But um, I would definitely agree um, with that. But you mentioned inadvertently marginalized. So sometimes it's not, I don't think it's done purposely. I think a lot of times, leaders can be very busy at times, which is no excuse, but I don't think it's always done, purposefully, when a person is not, um, when a person's situation is not handled expeditiously. So, and I'm reading your discussion board post again as I answer the questions. So that's why I'm looking away from the camera. Also, too, you said the counselor would need to hear the full narrative of Jay's story, such as where he was raised and how he came to faith, and what influenced his major life decisions and so on. So you definitely want to get a backstory in order to assist the client as much as possible. So that's definitely important as well. You need to know where a person has come from in order to direct them as to where they ought to go. So I definitely thank you for your response. There's much more in here, but I'm already at 4 minutes on my response video. So I'm going to stop there. But again, thank you for sharing your thoughts, and take care. Bye bye.